Welcome back to the Baller Sports Talk. Here we talk sports, we do funny sports skits, we do all that fun stuff. So if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. It shows a lot of support. And anyways, let's get into it. Kevin Austin Jr., undrafted rookie free agent out of Notre Dame for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am currently recording this the day of the Hall of Fame game, the start of the new season. We're all happy. Even though it's just preseason, we get to see these young stars play, and there's nothing more fun than seeing some young stars butt into the league, and this is where it starts. Coming out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, was a 4-star recruit and decided to play football at Notre Dame. Only played 4 games as a freshman, in which he caught 90 yards, and then was suspended for his entire sophomore season due to some sort of some undisclosed reason that happened. Something happened that no one knows about. But he was suspended for his whole season. Some more flavor to it, this 4-star receiver at Notre Dame should get a lot of opportunities, then fractured his foot in preseason, making him miss the entire 2020 season. He needed to get 2 surgeries on his left foot. But then finally, Kevin Austin, as a senior, caught 48 passes for 888 yards, triple eights, and 7 touchdowns, and then decided to declare for the 2022 NFL Draft. At that point, Kevin Austin still had a pretty big question mark on his head, only playing one season fully and being hurt and suspended for the rest of it. Despite the massive question mark around him, supposedly he was still supposed to be drafted. He measured in pretty good at 6'2", 200 pounds, ran a 4.43 40, and that drew in projections to the 3rd to 4th round and drew comparisons to Racey McMath. If you remember him on the Titans, I am unaware what team he currently plays for, but last year he played for the Tennessee Titans. If you're a Titans fan, you might know Racey McMath. That's the comparison they drew him up to. Now, Kevin Austin's catch consistency rate was really, really good, including improving exponentially at the end of the season, pulling in 23 of his total 48 catches within only his last final 5 games. The big concern with this prospect that no one has really seen a whole lot out of is his aggressiveness to release off the line, his physicality, all that stuff, his strength, because he's not been a physical player. He also does not have any special teams experience, which when you're drafting a guy later, most teams are looking for a guy who knows how to play special teams versus Kevin Austin, who has never played special teams and has no experience on it. Kevin Austin is a very, very interesting player that we don't know anything about. 888 yards and 7 touchdowns, only playing 1 full season ever, is not a whole lot to base a player off of. Signing Kevin Austin does not hurt the Jaguars at all. In fact, they may have gotten a steal with this. Only time will tell. Depends what he'll do in preseason. Who knows? Trent Baalke, Doug Peterson, the Jaguars front office is usually awful, and we know how awful the Jaguars are at drafting and everything. And if you're a free agent, you don't really want to go to Jacksonville, meaning that Kevin Austin either willingly decided that Jacksonville would be a good place to play, or that he was not a high called guy, and in that situation he decided to pick Jacksonville, or he may have not even had a choice. But Kevin Austin, it'll be very exciting to see what he can do in preseason, starting versus Las Vegas. I'm rooting for him. Who knows? This may just be the next future late undrafted steal that nobody has ever heard about.